Welcome back. In the last video, we got everything set up to do your math. So we got all of these variables set up to receive some number. What we need to do is finish up the math. You've already done that math, so you know what equation will need to be worked out to be put into these variables. I'm going to take a quick second just to show you some tricks with coding math because it's a little hidden in my opinion. So I'm going to just sidestep to a blank screen here, and all of your math is under this green operators tab over here on the left. And of course you have all the usual suspects, plus, minus, times, divide, all that kind of fun stuff. If you scroll all the way down, you'll notice this block down here looks like an absolute value block, like it would only do absolute value of whatever number you put in there. But this is like the most awesome code block there is. He's just hiding from you because when you hit that down arrow, you have everything you could ever want to do in math. Square root, your trig functions, your inverse trig functions, you can do logarithmic functions. You could do whatever you want to in here. So you could say, I want the square root of, and of course you could type in 9. That will always give you 3. But where things get really crazy is you will start nesting these things together. So you might want the square root of a quotient, and then instead of typing numbers in there, you might grab one of your variables. And again, placing this in the right spot is a little tricky. I always put the left corner of it right on the placeholder there, and it'll snap into place. And if you want to get super crazy, you could even say, before I divide, I need to do some multiplying. Now I'm just making all of this up, so none of this is exactly what you're going to do, but you could get absolutely insane and build up some monster math equation. Like, I want the square root of, and then this right here acts like parentheses. Half of the short leg would be your numerator. After that gets multiplied, then you would divide, and after all that happens, then you would square root that. So don't be scared to build up a big monster equation if that's what you need to do with your math. And of course, this whole thing is going to go into one of those set blocks that you already have. Let me show you exactly what should happen when you're ready to go. When you have your math equations built up, what should happen is when I run this code, the cat makes that square, then he moves forward a quarter of that amount and he makes a turn. He doesn't draw the second square, but you'll be able to see what's happening by watching these variables down here. And again, this is where all that math is happening. If you've done your math equations right, those are the numbers that should show up based on the math. Once you have that ready to roll, in the next video we're going to turn this into a piece of art where he makes more squares and it looks really cool.